Hey, are you all? Don't fall asleep until. Are you listening?
Are you listening? Anyway, we need to talk about how to get out of this. Futaba's monitoring of Akechi's phone has confirmed it. He did.
It's on a completely different level than.
Not only was he trying to frame us, but he was the true culprit. His offer to assist us was simply a ploy to frame the Phantom Thief. If we go into Sis's palace, as he suggests, we'll likely be met by...
To think he would be this far gone. I know. Furthermore, he wishes to bring a police squad from reality.
If the 8 of us can enter at once, it's not inconceivable to think a larger group. He may even be able to bring in vehicles or other special pieces of equipment.
So, this really was just a setup to shift the blame onto us.
He made us go after Okumura. Then once we triggered the change of heart...
And he told us he had seen the true culprit.
The whole time he was working with Makoto's sister, he was really just some homicidal Come on, we gotta take that bastard Akechi down. Isn't that recording we got enough proof to do?
No, Akechi is merely a tool. His orders come from an unimaginable fiend capable of arranging the murder of a suspect.
Unless we find out who that is, we will continue being targeted.
But what means to...
We'll have to make Akechi say it. Though once we do, that mastermind will
I think that will be the case eventually, The only reason it hasn't happened yet is because we're an easy target to blame for his crimes. If he realizes that's no longer possible and abandons that plan, he may opt to...
Damn it! So we don't got a choice but to go with that bastard's suggestion.
But if we go into the palace like we're told, he'll get arrested.
Palace. The palace. Actually, there's something I'd like to say regarding...
Aha! We can use the palace to our advantage!
What's this all of a sudden?
There's a way to get past Akechi and get the mastermind to lay off of us, all while learning his identity.
Really?
You gotta be kidding me!
If he wants to kill the guy, why not let him? That is, inside of a palace.
Yes, we could have him kill the cognitive version, all the while believing he killed the real one.
Yeah, that's it!
It seems that's our only option. Listen close, everyone. I have a plan for how we can...
Ever since the death of their teenage leader, the Phantom Thieves have fallen silent. However, the police intend on continuing this investigation and...
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
Makoto told me everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's...
Hey, you big bastard!
How've you been? You're not floating.
It truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too. Almost gave me a heart attack.
I didn't have time to explain.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here...
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against some...
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have...
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana.
You mean our cat?
Yes, Morgana can talk.
Sorry.
Oh, our apologies. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as...
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first. When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him It's a change in cognition, most likely. Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like but we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way early.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake...
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious...
Mona was the only one who was talking about that. Meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind...
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake... He did approach us when we found ourselves... That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone.
I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being in... Futaba's quirky nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed...
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with it. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How the public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task...
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy...
So they plan to get rid of that guard from...
Well then, I will make the arrangements and thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was...
He's no ace detective. Akechi is the On top of that, there's someone else someone with great authority. So that's why we had to make a move before... We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my...
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the...
That place is based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions or...
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought this...
I was seriously impressed, but to be honest, I didn't quite understand it, but... Yeah. It's good we have her heading up our operation.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets...
I did have a bit of a... But I just couldn't contain myself anymore once you... The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal...
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of them.
We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry. There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely... A perfect cognitive replica of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Since he had yet to be caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, they looked no different from actual living.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the...
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure,